Hola mi gente, I want to show you how I make this delicious pumpkin soup with grilled cheese. So we're going to start with half of the Auyama. So Auyama is just a delicious pumpkin that us Dominican use a lot. So I'm using half of a whole one and I'm just going to take the pumpkin seeds out. So with these seeds, mi gente, do not throw them away. You can clean them up and roast them and they'll be the perfect snack for you to just munch on. So after taking everything out of your pumpkin, you're going to go ahead and cut the half into half. And then we're going to go ahead and peel them. So I recommend that your knife is very sharp when you're going to peel this. It's going to make your life that much easier. All right, so now that my pumpkin is nice and clean, we're gonna go ahead and cut them into chunks. So the size of the chunks, it just depends how fast or how slow you want this soup to go. So my chunks are about that size. And then, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead, continue trying to keep them the same size so they can all cook even. So yeah, just gonna cut them into chunks and then we're gonna keep going with the other vegetables. All right, guys, so once you have your chunks of pumpkin, you're gonna go ahead and put them in a bowl. And we also gonna go ahead and add a carrot. A carrot just adds such a good taste and the texture is gonna be amazing. So the same thing, you're just gonna peel your carrot and just cut it into chunks, just like you did your pumpkin. All right, guys, so next up we're gonna cut and peel a shallot. If you don't have this type of onion, you can use a white onion or you can even use a red onion, but just use half of it because we're not making like a big batch of soup, so you don't want your soup to be too oniony. So I don't even know if that's a word, but just use half of it and right into the bowl. And then we also going to use some sweet peppers. So if you don't have these little peppers, you can use a red pepper. You can use a regular yellow pepper. They don't have to be these cute small ones. So just chop them up and back to the bowl. And then last but not least is going to be garlic. So I'm using about 3 garlic cloves. And that is all we're doing for this, guys. And this is my bowl with all my vegetables. So now we're going to start cooking. I have a nice big Dutch oven pan that I'm going to go ahead and start heating up on medium high heat. I'm going to add some oil. I'm going to let the oil get nice and hot and then I'm going to add my vegetables. So what I'm doing here, I'm just want to release some of the flavors of my vegetables, my peppers, my onions, and also my garlic. And let me tell you, as soon as these vegetables hit that hot pot, you can smell the shallot and the garlic. So I'm also added a little bit of salt, and the salt is also going to help sweat the vegetables and release more flavor. So I just give it about like 2 minutes. So after that, I went in and I added tomato paste. I give the tomato paste a nice stir for like 30 seconds. And then I added water. So I just added enough water to cover my vegetables. You can add vegetable broth. You can add chicken broth to this. But I'm just going to add water so I can control the amount of spices I'm putting in here. So after adding my water, I went in and I season it with sazón tropical. If you don't have that, you can use sazón completo, which is a great substitution. And then I just went in and I added some chicken bouillon and salt. And that is all of the spices we're using for this because this soup is so good that all of those natural flavors is what's going to make this soup so special. And I also went in and I added a bay leaf. So now I'm just going to cover it up. I'm still medium high heat. And then as soon as it comes to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and add some cilantro. So once you add your cilantro, you're going to cover this up, partially cover it, and then you're going to lower your heat to medium. And then you're just going to allow this soup to cook and get the vegetables to get nice and soft. You want the carrot to be nice and soft and the auyama. All right, guys, so you also want to just make sure you stir your vegetables here and there because you don't want nothing to stick to the bottom. So as your vegetable cooks, I went in and I started making my grilled cheese. And it's a, simple grilled cheese. You can put any kind of cheese you want. I'm using a combination of mixed cheese and pepper jack cheese. So yeah, you can use any cheese you want. So after about 10 minutes, my vegetables are nice and soft. My carrots and my jama are perfectly soft. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the cilantro. I'm not gonna blend the cilantro with everything else because it's just not gonna blend well. So I'm just gonna remove the cilantro, and then if you have a hand blender, you can go ahead and blend everything right into the pot, but I can find why, so I'm gonna use my blender. So all you're gonna do is just gonna add all of your vegetables to your blender with some of the broth you got from the soup, and then you're going to go ahead and just blend everything together until it's nice and smooth. Alright guys, so you're going to add that mixture back into your pot, and then you're going to add some water to your blender, blend everything back again, and get those residues that were left behind on your blender and put it right back into the pot, mi gente. And let me tell you, this soup is just, it looks amazing and it smells so good. So I want you to taste it and adjust it to your liking. I ended up adding a little bit more of spices. So, and I'm also going to add, this is totally optional, you do not have to add it if you don't want, but I'm going to go ahead and add some heavy cream and a little bit of maple syrup. I like my pumpkin soup to have a nice sweet taste to it, but this is, like I said, it's totally optional. You can leave it just as is and it's going to taste amazing. So I'm just going to give everything a nice quick mix, and I'm going to still on medium heat. I'm just going to let my soup cook for a couple of more minutes so all of those flavors get to know each other. And mi gente, we are done. Just look at the grilled cheese. Oh my God, my mouth is watering just looking at this. And this soup, guys, it's full and a ball. It tastes amazing. It's silky. It's smooth. The flavor, oh my God, and the hit of sweetness that we got from the maple syrup. It's just, there's nothing better than this. My wife fell in love with this soup, and I'm telling you, you are gonna love this. Don't skip the grilled cheese. That's just makes everything better. Mi gente, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make this soup and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y buen provecho.